I am not an expert, nor am I an authority figure in any topic other than my own personal life experiences. I've learned the more I learn about topics, the less I find out I know. It's crazy. Like, I learn a little bit more, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, and then I find out a whole bunch of information I had no clue about. Now, I'm making this video to explain. I wouldn't say to explain. Just to make clear, in case you're taking me as an authority figure on any particular topic. There's always somebody that's smarter than me and better than me, and if they are the authority figure on that particular topic, you should definitely listen to them. But that's what makes YouTube so awesome, is the vastness of creators on particular topics. You can find one that you closely relate to or that has similar experiences to you, and you can watch their videos and feed off of their information, construct your plan a little bit better. Like, for example, if you're watching my video, you're probably somewhere between the age of 24 to maybe late 40s. You probably like cowboy boots. You probably live in an area where typically you're going to run to a maximum of 300 yards, and the closest range is, inside your house. If I lived in a crazy urban environment, like, say, the center of Chicago or something, my video structures would be totally different. My firearm recommendations would be different. The type of firearms I would like and use frequently would be totally different because of the different types of ranges you would go to, which would mostly be indoor ranges, and the environment, what would work best for that particular environment. If I lived in, like, say, a wide open area like Nevada, where you have 0 to the maximum range of your cartridge, what I would recommend, what I would like, would be totally different. So in my videos, usually twice a month, someone will jump in there and be like, you're not military, you have no right to speak on this particular topic. I have no idea what being or not being in the military has to do with firearm comparisons. Or shotguns. Especially shotguns. I mean, let's pretend a stack only gets 5 deep. I've been told, I don't know how much fact is behind this, it takes 15 people to support one person in the field. So let's say an entry stack is never bigger than 5 people. So 15 military people to support each one of those people. Out of each one of those people, only one of them, from the best I know, has a shotgun. So 1 in 75 military people have military-related shotgun use. Now, how does the military use their shotguns? Special Forces uses a little bit different than normal military, from what I understand from, like, just straight-up Army. The entry guy will come up, blow the locks, go to the rear of the stack, and be on rear security. Like a Navy SEAL, they actually have cut-down shotguns with a pistol grip on it. Their shotgun, they don't even consider a weapon. That's just a tool. They pull the shotgun out, they blow the lock, they re-secure the shotgun. I can't remember if he said he goes to the back of the stack after that. I think it's been a while since I've talked to somebody about this, but I believe they blow the lock, they secure the shotgun. I think the other guy throws a flashbang if they're going to throw one in. He goes to the back of the stack, touches that guy, the next guy touches that guy, so on, all the way up to the front of the stack, and then they go in. Or maybe after the front guy gets tapped on the back, then they throw the flashbang, and then they go in. So what, realistically, would somebody in the armed forces be able to bring to the table about shotguns that I could not? That any professional shotgun shooter could not? It's crazy to think just because somebody wasn't in the military, they can't speak on shotguns. And I really like shotguns. I've used them my whole entire life. Another reason that they usually jump in is when I talk about the very real possibility of boogaloo. I don't know about you guys, but I've been scared lately. Like, all the... Oh my god. The way the government's going and everything like that, it's starting to really feel that a situation like boogaloo could become a real experience. And so I'll talk on that once in a while, what I would use for tactics. If you think that in Boogaloo you should jump in a convoy of like 3 or 4 technicals
and military technology.
any sort of backup, then yes, somebody that's been over in Iraq, that would make sense to get information from them because that's exactly what they did. But you would fight totally different in guerrilla warfare as you would if you had the strong arm of the U.S. military backing you. So I usually touch on guerrilla warfare because guerrilla warfare, it gets stronger over time. Let's pretend we're engaging in guerrilla warfare. I'm, just out there. I do a little harassment shot like normal, and I get taken out. The reason guerrilla warfare gets stronger is because now all the people I'm personally connected with, say friends, family, stuff like that, now they're angry at the soldiers. And it spreads like a virus. The longer guerrilla warfare goes on, the stronger the resistance becomes. An actual armed force against a bunch of people in blue helmets, that wouldn't go well because they'd crush the armed force. That armed force, like they labeled themselves, we are soldiers. We're guerrilla warfare, that's not the case. Those people still go on with their life and they just harass whenever they have a target of opportunity. Should something happen to them, well, their immediate friends and family, they're also angry. Worst case scenario, they're just angry and they start talking bad about the occupying force. Best case scenario, they pick up arms. Like I said, guerrilla warfare is a snowball. It just gets stronger and stronger, so I usually touch on guerrilla warfare. The experts in that particular topic would be like the Viet Cong, which, as far as I know, they're pretty much all dying and dead.
We waited for them in ambush.
Or maybe somebody that served in Vietnam because they dealt with trying to fight guerrilla warfare.
White feather.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Kind of a trademark. When I picked it up, at that time in Vietnam, all the troops was wearing garbage on the dog tags. Peace symbols, right? You need peace symbols. And all kind of garbage. Grenade pins, all kind of mess in their hats and stuff. Well, I picked it up. Why I picked it up? It's because I was just going,
To say cruising around in a Humvee in 100-degree weather, sweating your nuts off, somehow makes you an expert in guerrilla warfare, I just don't see it. There's a reason the military has their chain of command set up the way it is. You have to go to schooling in that to become an officer, because they're trying to teach you. I know most, I shouldn't say most because don't have military experience, but I know a lot of soldiers dislike their officers because they claim they're idiots or whatever. But a good officer would talk to their sergeants and stuff, get input about that particular area, come up with a battle strategy. That's their job. Battle strategy. That's why you can't just join the army and through experience work your way up to officer without going to school, because they're trying to teach you battle strategy.
The initial presuppositions of the conventional army drill sergeant, do push-ups until you drop, and usually that's about all people really know. So the goal is killers. So being able to mentally goad someone up to be able to do that in a team environment when the stakes are very, very high, you can't go about it the political correct, sissified way that the United States, that pervasive political correctness invading every area. Now it's really, frankly, in the military, and it's very disheartening to me because there needs to be a certain hardening process.
And that's why they will take somebody, they call it green to gold. They'll take a total civilian like me, teach them battle strategy, and then put them in charge of people. When that doesn't really make sense, you'd think that you'd take somebody going up through the ranks, but it's different. Like when you're fighting, you're looking at a picture really closely. The officer is supposed to be able to step back and look at the full picture, look at flanking maneuvers, etc., etc. But anyways, so I just wanted to make this video to make it extraordinarily clear. I'm not an expert. I'm not an authority in any topic except for my personal experiences. And I'm just giving you advice from what I've seen, firearms recommendations from what I see, what's good for my area, what I think would work well. Every area will have different tactics you would use, different firearms you would want to use, etc., etc. So as long as you're on a YouTube channel where you closely relate to the person, the information they give you, unless they're totally just gone, should be pretty good. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to check out any of my other videos, click on the links up here. Don't forget to subscribe.